The UFC 306 aftermath. This man right here, Merab Dvalishvili, is the new Bantamweight champion of the world. But is he scared of Umar Nurmagomedov? Maybe. Let's have a let's have a look at some evidence, shall we? Now, after his win against O'Malley, Merab was asked about Umar. Yeah, look at Umar's face. Yeah, look at how happy he is. Look how happy he is. He was probably expecting an Attitude Era rock promo from Merab. But instead, he had to listen to Merab mixing up his Oscar winning speech with his call out for Umar. Yeah? Rogan asked him, "Oh, how do you feel about Umar being your next opponent?" What does Merab say? Dana White is a great man. He changed my life. I want to thank the Academy. I love this company. I'm a normal geezer. Yeah, that's essentially what he said. Well, a paraphrase of it. Anyway, now what happened next was pretty much Merab cementing the Duck of Dreams in the post-fight presser. Have a listen to this.
Like, just I want to fight for the top of the top. Like, I think Figueroa, the former champion, will be fifth champion on my list, and he more dangerous, knockout power, good jiu-jitsu, makes people sleep, and it's really coming from the three straight win, top guys, and that's why this fight excites me, makes me motivation, makes me work hard. Umar, like, I wasn't. Like, he's okay, but like I'm telling you guys, from top 15, he only win one fight, and that was Corey Sanhagen. So, and we all see what Aljamain Sterling did against Corey Sanhagen, make him sleep in first round. So, I mean, I respect Corey Sanhagen, but so yeah.
Is there anyone
Hmm.
you would like to see Umar fight to gain that number one contender?
Yeah, maybe against Peterian.
Yeah. So, Figueiredo, Figgy. I wonder why you want Figgy. Oh, that's right. Because he was manhandled by a 125-pound man who goes by the name of Baby Assassin. Assassin Baby. Yeah, whatever it is. Have a look at Figueiredo's takedown defense. 59% takedown defense. I think Merab knows what he's doing. Right, he's gonna lob Figgy's head off every vertex of that octagon like a tennis ball. Pat ball. Yeah, do you lot remember pat ball in school? It was class. Well, Merab wants to play pat ball as a grown man with Figgy's head. Yeah, have a look. Let's have a look at the rankings real quick. So you got O'Malley. Yeah, so he's literally just beat him. Umar is literally right below the guy that he's just beat. Right? I mean, Kamaru Usmani talked about on a podcast recently, Pound for Pound podcast with him and Cejudo. He said, "Look, um, back in the day, rankings just weren't a thing. It was just the best guy versus the best guy. And Omar, yeah, he is the best guy. He beat Sanderhagen for this position. And well, speaking of Sanderhagen, let's listen to what he has to say.
I think that Merab is still going to have a bit of the grappling edge. The problem with Merab's grappling is that he doesn't really like pin people to the mat or take their back or make it like O'Malley was able to get up. Not the easiest in the world, but when he did kind of really go for get ups, he was able to get up. So
I think it's a good point, man. O'Malley did get up pretty handily after every takedown. And you'd think with Omar being the better grappler of the two, or between him and O'Malley, he'd find it probably even easier to get up than O'Malley did.
So I don't know that Merab's grappling, like that's something that if I were him, I would really work on, because Umar, even if he does take Umar down, is not going to be an easy guy to hold down. And then just the striking difference in those two, like Umar is just a way better striker. And so yeah, that's going to be really hard for Merab. So I guess I would go for Umar, just because the striking is so much different, and then Merab's grappling isn't necessarily tailored towards holding people down, and Umar is a much better grappler than O'Malley. So yeah, I think that that's likely how it'll go, is it being mostly standing and Umar getting off a lot of points and just outpointing Merab.
Wow.
Good.
I thought that fight was actually great, you know. Yeah, with the fight between Sandhagen and Nurmagomedov, I thought it was odd to see that Umar was the one who was finding success on the feet, and Sandhagen was actually the one stifling Umar on the ground a little bit with that, with his defense. Just did not let go of that leg at all at any point, any time after Umar took him down. I'll link the vid at the end of this vid where we discussed how and what Sandhagen did in order to counter that sambo chain wrestling style, or at least stifle it anyway. But yeah, in terms of what Corey said, Sandhagen said, it was true. You know, O'Malley got up pretty easily at times. You'd expect Umar to get up even quicker, and I believe as a fighter, he's not afraid to fight in the pocket, where Merab can be weak at times, right? We saw it against Cejudo, saw it against Moraes. Umar could eventually punish him where O'Malley didn't, because, well, I mean, O'Malley's not exactly great in the pocket, is he? Unlike Merab. Now let's hear from another man who also believes that Umar will beat Merab.
Umar, my young man, Umar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Umar's so dangerous, dude. Like out of everybody in the bantamweight division, in my eyes, like God, I'm just like shit, man. I wanna, you got to be holding 5 aces. It's Umar Nurmagomedov. Like he's if he gets that opportunity
High
to
praise,
fight for the
man.
title this year, he's the next champ, easily.
Really?
High
And he
praise.
beats Merab. I do believe Merab's gonna beat Sean O'Malley when they fight. He's gonna bring in that wrestling. But Umar's striking and his wrestling defense, and the fact that he could do it all,
Yeah.
he's a problem for anybody. So I do believe that he is the pending. I do believe as of right now he is the best in the world.
Look, say what you want about Cejudo, right? You can clown him who you want and whatever, but I think he's a fighter who knows the game super well, just like Sandhagen does. Cejudo was confident Merab would beat O'Malley, right? He was a big reason as to why I believe John Jones beat Cyril Gane in the fashion that he did, and so again, it's another significant name who once again believes that Umar is gonna be the one to beat Merab on top of Sandhagen. Now let me show you another reason as to why Merab is scared of Umar. Yeah, Umar went on pound for pound recently, and this is what he had to say.
For MMA, what do you think is the best base to have? Wrestling,
No understand.
sambo, judo, jiu-jitsu. What?
No, it means like it's really means personality too. Merab combat sambo, right? He come combat sambo, and he take down many times Olympic champion, right?
brother, I was hurt by that. Brother,
You save him from fire. You see this?
brother, I was hurt by brother.
Merab, I mean, Umar, sorry. He's a dangerous man. Remember when O'Malley went on pound for pound? He called Kamaru Usman cold. He was like, yeah, you're a great champion. And then he asked Cejudo how he was taken down so easily by Alcho. And then just left. And then for the rest of the pod, This guy's right here. Yeah, he was fuming. Cejudo was fuming. But that was over FaceTime, over, I don't know, Skype or Skype, I don't know, Microsoft Teams, what. Yeah, that was over FaceTime, man. You shut the laptop off. But Umar came face to face with Cejudo. Yeah, bearing in mind Cejudo's boys there. Yeah, the Nigerian Nightmare, arguably the greatest welterweight of all time, is right there next to Cejudo. And Umar still bust that joke in Cejudo's face. You know? Man, he could have got rushed. Man could have got punched up by Henry Cejudo and Kamaru Usman on the pod. But he doesn't care, man. He doesn't care. But yeah, with all of that, is Merab scared of Umar? Oh, I'll let you lot decide. Moving on to Mr. O'Malley. Now, I actually felt quite sad, quite bad for him, you know, after watching this vid. I'll just play it for you lot. I'll turn the volume off, yeah, because copyright and that. Just started the channel, don't wanna flipping lose already. But yeah, it's sad, man. He was a champ. One title defense. Second title defense, he gets beat. Puts the belt away. Sad, man. Sad. But then he came out with this. And this is outrageous. Yeah. Look. Round 2, round 3, round 4, and round 5. I agree with him. Yeah. But round 1 is like what he said about round 1 is next level self-induced gaslighting. Yeah. He won round. Is he flipping crazy? I'm pretty sure every judge gave it to Merab 10-9. It's mental. Well, even with round 5, there's a caveat, isn't there? I mean, Merab felt like he had already done enough to win the fight, so he was happy to do KSI karate style jumping jacks for the last 5 minutes. You know, so I think O'Malley's just taking the piss, really. And then he came out with this vid, which I thought was class. I'm gonna keep it muted because it's copyrighted. But bro, man reopens the suitcase which he put his belt in initially, takes it out. He's basically repeated all the things that he said in this post, right? And then he's saying he's gonna be fighting Umar in the summer of next year. He has lost his head. I think the CTE is eating his brain. I think that's what's happening. But look, I think he's taking the piss, man, which, you know, fair enough. And, I mean, look, you know, he's lost, but there are options for him on the table, right? I mean, look, you got Cejudo here. That's mad. That's mad. Yeah. Yeah, you got Cejudo here, you know. He said on his pod that he hopes Merab does beat O'Malley. He did predict that Merab would beat him. And the reason he wanted Merab to beat him was so he could get a shot at Sean O'Malley. Sandhagen, with probably the most sus call out ever. Yeah, congrats Merab, you earned it, man. O'Malley, time to give the people what they want. I don't promise not to kiss you. With that mustache, yeah, and saying that I promise not to kiss you, that is sus. But unfortunately, it looks like O'Malley has other plans.
Well, I mean, like, I probably won't fight till for 9 months, 10 months, maybe a year. Like, it's gonna be a while. People are gonna have to watch the UFC without a sugar show for a little bit, but then maybe they'll realize, like, fuck, we had it.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna have Sean O'Malley around for a little bit, which is a shame. There's some fun fights for him, I think, you know. Some fun, but even the Petr Yan rematch. Petr Yan's one of my favorite fighters. Would love to see him win that back. Sandhagen is a fight that everyone wanted, right? I think loads of people wanted Sandhagen to beat Umar, just so we could see Sandhagen and O'Malley go at it. Yeah, Cejudo, that fight, the build up is probably gonna be more enjoyable than the actual fight. There was some good options, but look, I think O'Malley's injured too, you know. So I think he talked about potentially getting surgery. But I guess we'll see what happens with that, and we'll just wait for O'Malley's return. I was thinking about making a video, right, and I was gonna title it something like, "Can Sean O'Malley be a main eventer without the title?" I don't know, mate, because I think it's a controversial one, because I don't know. I don't think he can. I don't think he can. You know, I think the cards that he's been on have been stat padded, like Bruno Fernandez. What was it? UFC 299 stacked. UFC 306 novelty, crazy novelty with the sphere. I'll have a look into that video a bit more, but I mean that was pretty much it. You know, UFC 306. In terms of the aftermath, I'll link that video that I was talking about, the Sandhagen defense against Umar Nurmagomedov. I'll link that somewhere here. I don't know, it's probably going to be there or something. And yeah, I think that's it, really. Stick around for more videos.